Hello, everyone. It's early morning here. I'm still in the shade here, but I'm outside. I got myself set up, so hopefully I'll be able to make some videos out of here. There's one thing about this place, there's a lot of wind always. Not a big fan of a lot of wind. But I wanted to show you guys. Let's see if this will work. See all my cilantro, radishes, and the Jerusalem artichokes are already, sunchokes are already coming up. I have a few mustard greens. Sadly, they didn't do that well this year. Here's the spinach. And over there, are my peas. I got this ready to plant my Chinese long beans. Yeah. Okay, well, I hope you guys saw all that. So I'm sitting out here, happy as can be, with my Bible on my knee. If you have children, grandchildren, it's called Munch, 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 Munch. Oh, there's my daughter. Looks like the little one has already escaped. Little escape artist. Good morning. It's so warm already. It's fresh this morning, but it's so warm. We are having a little cold front coming. I'm waiting for that to be over before I plant anymore. Do not plant if you're not sure, for summer crops, if you're not sure that the last of the frost has come through. You're wasting your time. All right, we are in the book of Jeremiah 36. We're gonna get there. I'd like to remind everybody I'm doing this for the reputation of God. Yes, we should not believe everything that's in here, or per se. We should ask ourselves, is that really coming from God? Yes? Yeah. All right. And this would be the super chapter 4, the sufferings of Jeremiah, the scroll written in 605 to 604 BC. I wonder if I've already done this one. No, I don't think so. Oh, it's a long one. Let's get going. 36. In the 4th year of Jehoiakim, son of Josiah, king of Judah, this word came to Jeremiah from Yahweh. Take a scroll, and on it write all the words I have spoken to you about Israel, Judah, and all the nations from the day I first spoke to you. In the time of Josiah until today. Perhaps when the house of Judah hears about all the disaster I intend to inflict on them, they will turn each one of them for their evil behavior, so that I can forgive their sinful guilt. Okay. Jeremiah then summoned Baruch son of Neriah, who at his dictation wrote down on the scroll all the words Yahweh had spoken to him. Jeremiah then gave Baruch this order: As I am prevented from entering the temple of Yahweh, you yourself must go, and from the scroll you write at my dictation, read all Yahweh's words to the people in his temple on the day of the fast. And in this way you can read them in the hearing also of all the Judeans who come in from their towns. Perhaps their prayers will move Yahweh, and they will turn one and all from their evil behavior. For great is the furious anger with which Yahweh has threatened this people. Again, here, rather than me thinking, oh wow, yeah, God's really going to come in and punish all them people, I'm going, why not give the message of the reason these things keep happening to you is because of your own behavior. Nobody else. Your own behavior. Right? Yes? But God really go step in and start doing bad things? God wants to do good things with people. Yes, he wants to be a part of the good things, the kindness, the love of the people. Yes, that's what he wants to be a part of. Not the hate, the wars, the killing, the deception, and I don't know what. Oh, which reminds me of something. Maybe I'll remember it later. Baruch, son of Neriah, Dolly carried out the order that the prophet Jeremiah had given him to read all Yahweh's words from the book in his temple. Now in the 5th year of Jehoiakim, son of Josiah, king of Judah, in the 9th month, all the people of Jerusalem, all the people who could get to Jerusalem from the towns of Judah, were summoned to a fast before Yahweh. We already read about this too in another book. Same thing. It's exactly the same thing. Baruch then read Jeremiah's words from the book. This happened in the room of Gemariah, son of the scribe Shaphan, in the upper court of the entry of the new gate of the temple of Yahweh, where all the people could hear. Micaiah, son of Gemariah, son of Shaphan, having heard all Yahweh's words read from the book, went down to the royal palace to the scribe's room. All the chief men were in session: the scribe Elishama, Delaiah, son of Shemaiah, Elnathan, son of Achbar, Jeremiah, son of Shaphan, Zedekiah, son of Hananiah, and all the other chief men. And to them Micaiah reported all the words he heard as Baruch was reading the book aloud to the people. Something comes to my mind. That's why they know about all these people, this and that, because this was actually written down in a scroll. And who was the founding fathers of all that? So they wrote all that down. Got it. The chief men then, by common consent, sent Yehudi, son of Netaniah, to Baruch with Shelemiah, son of Cushi, to say, "Come and bring the scroll with you, which you have been reading to the people." Bringing the scroll with him, Baruch, son of Neriah, appeared before them. "Sit down," they said, "and read it out." So Baruch read it to them. Having heard all the words, they turned to one another in alarm and said to Baruch, "We must certainly inform the king of this." They then questioned Baruch. "Tell us," they said, "how you came to write all these words." "Jeremiah dictated them all to me," Baruch replied, "and I wrote them down in ink in this book." The chief men said to Baruch, "You and Jeremiah had better go into hiding and do not tell anyone where you are." Whereupon they went off to the king in the palace court. Depositing the scroll in the room of the scribe Elishama. They then informed the king of the whole affair. The king sent Yehudi for the scroll, and he brought it from the room of the scribe Elishama and read it to the king and all the chief men standing round the king. The king was sitting in his winter apartment. It was the 9th month, with a fire burning and a brazier in front of him. Each time Yehudi had read 3 or 4 columns, the king cut them off with a scribe's knife and threw them into the fire in the brazier until the whole of the scroll had been burnt in the brazier fire. But in spite of hearing all these words, so the scroll was destroyed. Neither the king nor any of his courtiers took alarm or tore their clothes. And although Elnathan and Delaiah and Gemariah had urged the king not to burn the scroll, he would not listen to them, but ordered the king's son Yerahmeel and Seraiah, son of Azriel, and Shelemiah, son of Abdiel, to arrest the scribe Baruch and the prophet Jeremiah. But Yahweh had hidden them. God had hidden them? Okay. Then the word of Yahweh came to Jeremiah after the king had burnt the scroll containing the words Baruch had written at Jeremiah's dictation. "Take another scroll and write all the words that were written on the first scroll burnt by Jehoiakim, king of Judah. And as regards Jehoiakim, king of Judah, you are to say, Yahweh says this: You have burnt that scroll, saying, Why have you written down, the king of Babylon will certainly come and lay this country waste and leave it without human or animal." So this is what Yahweh says about Jehoiakim, king of Judah. He will have no one to occupy the throne of David, and his corpse will be tossed out to the heat of the day and the frost of the night. I shall punish him, his offspring, and his courtiers for their guilt. Why his offspring? Does that include babies again? On them, on the citizens of Jerusalem, and on the people of Judah, I shall bring the total disaster which I had decreed for them, but to which they have paid no attention. Jeremiah then took another scroll and gave it to the scribe Baruch son of Neriah, who in it at Jeremiah's dictation wrote all the words of the book that Jehoiakim king of Judah had burned, with many similar words in addition. Alright, so that's cool. Now, what was on the scroll? Why don't we know what's on the scroll? Is that somewhere else? Oh yeah, we already read. Well, he said he would, so maybe that's what it was. So it was just that little part where, hey, you know what? Turn from your evil ways, and maybe things will be better. That's it. Also, he told them to go to the temple. He didn't, and wait for the people to come. Right? Yes, but where did that scroll all go to, actually? Okay, all right, just saying. Oh, so to get back to, I gotta mark this, and I don't have a pen out here. There is a post that's been coming around with the little time that I spend on Facebook, and it's about answers in Genesis, or answers in Genesis, and the questions about it that it's I think it's good. They make people think, at least, right? Yes. They're weird. The continuous question comes up about the 6,000 years of biblical history when it comes to mankind, and then of course the billions and trillions and billions and trillions and quadrillions and maybe even more years of evolution. Again, a lot of this stuff was written when? And at that time, what did people know about science? How much did people know about geological stuff, science stuff? I'm just saying, yes, astronomical stuff, not astrology. That's a bunch of humbug. But astronomical, right? Yes. Just saying. And to just completely ignore the findings, like, ignoring that the Earth is not flat, it's round, then that's silly to me. And yeah, who would follow beliefs like that? That's dumb. Anyway, so the best I could do in the one, I went in, I said, well, I suggest for people to go and study up on the 6 evolutionary periods and the 6 biblical days. And then you will come to the realization they're basically the same. Yes? And if you disregard the time frame, right, they're both the same. But which came first? Yes? Yeah? Which came first? The book of Genesis definitely came before the scientific discoveries, geological discoveries of the evolutionary period. Just saying. Anyway, I wish people would use their common sense a bit more. Yeah? Heart to mind's good, and then the common sense, yes. One more on how some people out there just don't believe in a whole lot, and we're just, especially unborn babies, are just a clump of cells, so who the heck cares if they live or not, or get born or not, develop or not, yes. And then there are people who say, well, no, they're not just clump of cells. Yeah. Well, in a physical sense, they are just clump of cells. But the thing is, after they're born, they're too. I'm just a clump of cells when it comes to the physical sense of everything. I'm just a clump of cells. That's it. Everybody else is. Everything else is. Yes? But we have a spiritual nature. I think that's very clear. Anyone denying that, again, how dumb you want to look out there. Don't embarrass yourself like that. Yes? People shouldn't embarrass themselves like that out there and not acknowledge on what a what the spiritual atmosphere is in our physical atmosphere. Yes. So, and that spiritual atmosphere does not just start after you're born and come out of the womb of your mother. That starts at conception. You know what? Probably started before that. Our spiritual existence, each one of us, comes before our physical existence. Hence, the argument for people who are for abortions, that a little human being in a mother's womb is just a clump of cells, doesn't stand. Well, anyway. So, big topics out there. Well, anyway, people have the right to look as smart as they want or as dumb as they want. Yes? Yeah. Well, so be it. Anyway, so that's it for today from the beautiful place in Georgetown. Been teaching the little one who our first president was, George Washington, and where we live, it was the state we live in Kentucky, and who our president is today, Donald Trump. So she went with the Donald Trump, and then she watched like Mickey Mouse over here. And now every time I ask her, so who's the first president of the who's today's president of the United States? And I have to help her, Donald. She goes, Donald Duck. I think I'm only going to teach her the Republican presidents because there isn't one of even back to Jimmy Carter, and there is not one of these Democratic presidents that they should just be all taken out of historical books. I'm done. Hey, I can have my opinion about that, and I know why I have that opinion about these presidents. It's not just because they're Democrats and we're good for nothings. It's their personal life. A lot of their personal stuff. Sick, perverted personal stuff I don't like. So, there is that. And then just to be elected as a president because you're the first one of something or this, that's why? That's not. Why would anyone even go for things like that? There have to be proper qualifications to be a president, the leader of a country. I hope people agree with that. Again, be as smart as you want or as dumb as you want. I'm going to teach this little one the Republican presidents. There may be one or two I won't mention either. It's too many of them. So I'm going to pick out the good ones. The ones that I really look up to, right? Not through the history books, this and that. I'm going to teach her why I look up to that president. There you go, right? Yes? All right, that's it. That's all I have to say this morning. Here comes Bagel. Bagel, do you want to show yourself? I don't know what the other one is. This is one of the male cats. This is my son-in-law's. Say hi, Bagel. Say hi. Say hi. He's an oldie. He is the one that my granddaughter, she literally had him around the neck like this, and he was just okay, didn't do a thing. Want to go back down? All of the cats now, none of them will touch that little girl, but we watch her, we teach her, right? Yes, and she's gotten much better now. She loves on them, and we teach her to be kind. Yes. Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's all I have to share this morning. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you, guide you, embrace you with love. Eldridge, my dearest brother in faith. Yes. Hope you're doing well. Let's keep praying. Keep that prayer book open. Yes. And good news about True Mother. Yeah. Yeah. One more quick thing on that. I might as well while I'm at it. So early in her detention, while she was being detained, she got a shoulder injury. And knowing True Mother, she probably just bore with it. She may have said, my shoulder kind of hurts. I'm going to go, well, so be it. Right? These people who take care of 83 years old, shoulder injury, and she just had. They finally found it. She had there was a whole tore up part in here, and she just had surgery. She did okay. She's on the mend now. I mean, she come out of anesthesia and all, and she's recuperating. But it's a bit hard to believe. South Korea, that country that's been on the map, about K-pop, demon hunter stuff, yeah. We should be careful. What do we support out there? The government, these people. Huh? Oh well, it's not the people of the country. Well, they could pipe up. I have no doubt everyone knows what's going on there. They could go in front of that detention center and say, old woman out, what are you doing? And then injuring the injuries that she has. Not being taken care of for months. An old woman. Just saying. And now the bribery charges are dropped. They were dropped. Oh, wow. I'm just saying. Yeah. What's going on in the country? Huh? But here we are all around the world. As I said, South Korea with their, I don't know, weird ways of dressing and, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't walk around in a suit that looks like a couch fabric, or curtain fabric. But they do. Whatever they want to do, it's fine. But they've become so famous through all the Korean dramas and I don't know what, this and that, right? Yes? Yeah. And this is what they do to an old 83-year-old woman. The government. Yeah. Just saying. Doesn't sound right, does it? Okay. We could stand up all around the world if the South Koreans would actually say, hey, we're not doing that. This is not supposed to be a free, democratic country. What are you guys doing in our government? Yes. If everybody were to stand up, the rest of us stand behind them going, yeah, good for you guys. We're up behind you. What's that government going to do? Show their true faces? They're not democratic anymore? I'm just saying. All right. Not a democratic, free country anymore. Okay. Well, then they should own up to it. They're becoming communists. Interesting. Said that now, too. Right? Okay, one more time. Yes, let God's love embrace you. And first step went in the right direction. Had to drop the bribery charges against our Holy Mother Han, True Mother, Mother of Peace, and she's been nominated for the Nobel Prize. And yes, I want her to get it. Praying for that too. Yes, 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 yes. And I will talk to y'all another time.